Monday, April the 27th, 2026. I'll call the meeting to order and ask for the roll call, please.
Councilmember Baker,
Present.
Councilmember Barber,
Present.
Councilmember Burke,
Present.
Councilmember Circo,
Present.
Councilmember Ingram,
Present.
Councilmember Holman,
Present.
Councilmember McDonald,
Present.
Councilmember Rowe,
Present.
Mayor Turnbow.
Present. We have a quorum. Would you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
As is our annual custom, we want to recognize Arbor Day for the good work that our Parks Department does in ensuring that our trees are kept healthy and new ones are planted every year. So are you going to accept Mr. Mustine?
I do.
All right.
A tree board and a park board member.
All right, excellent. Well, if they wouldn't like to join us as well, come on.
I don't know if I told them they would have to come up.
Yeah, well,
Well, I informed Mr. Mike here, he was.
now they know. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and read this. It says, whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska and is now observed throughout the nation and the world. And whereas trees can reduce the erosion, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource, giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products, and increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. Now therefore, I, Christopher P. Turnbow, Mayor of the City of Raymore, do hereby proclaim April 28th, 2026 as Arbor Day in the City of Raymore, and do hereby encourage all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day by planting a tree in support of efforts to protect our trees and woodlands for future generations, and witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Raymore to be affixed this 28th day of April 2026. So thank you for your efforts. We really appreciate it. You guys have anything to say? You want to say anything? Mike, you want to say anything? Josh? No words? Okay, all right. Well, I'll just give you the
We'll just go plant some
proclamation.
trees.
Here. Let's all line up here. Get close. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we have no personal appearances this evening, so we'll move on to staff reports. Mr. Feuerborn.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would ask Mr. Salisbury to make a report, Mr. Perry to make a report for Public Works. My apologies, Mr. Perry.
It's okay. Thank you, Mr. Feuerborn, Mayor, and members of the council. I submitted a written staff report. I would like to highlight a few of the CIP projects. Most of our road improvement projects are under contract or out to bid. Phase 1 of the Dean Avenue curb replacement project will finish up this week. They just have to backfill the asphalt wedge along the new curb. The Willow Hills Storm Culvert Replacement Project has completed their scope of work. The annual curb and ramp replacement program is underway. They started on Bridgeshire Drive. They're currently on Brompton Lane. And our annual street preservation program is scheduled to begin the week of May 11th, weather dependent. That concludes my staff report, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Perry. Does anybody have any questions of Mr. Perry at this point? Okay, thank you. Mr. Feuerborn.
Thank you, Mr. Perry. I would ask Mr. Mustine to make a report for Parks and Recreation.
Thank you, sir. Mayor, members of the council, I've submitted a written staff report. I got a couple of items that I'd like to highlight for you this evening. First of all, this week on Friday evening, we have our Bark in the Park movie night. This is at Hawk Ridge Park at the amphitheater from 6 to 9. So we will be all our canine friends and families here in town, come on out to Hawk Ridge Park at 6 o'clock. And secondly, I want to highlight the fact that this particular April, we've done a Veterans Brick Drive online in promotion of our bricks and our Bricks and Block Party coming up for the 250th anniversary of America. I want to, as we come to the end of the month, we've gotten, as of today, we've got right around 140 veteran bricks submitted for that. And with combined with our Veterans Day last November, we will be installing around 170 veteran bricks to honor our veterans. So we're pretty excited about that. I think that's fantastic. Really excited for just to be able to honor those heroes of ours. Tomorrow night is the Park Board, our April Park Board meeting. We have a large agenda, a lot of things that we're looking at, approving, a couple of contracts that will be approved tomorrow night, and then the council will see them in May. We'll be doing a work session immediately following, just our first initial look at this year's budget process, and then immediately following that work session, we'll have a tree board work session, and we'll do our Arbor Day kind of a ceremony there with the tree board and take some photos. We planted 3 trees at Centerview this year for our Arbor Day trees, so we'll do that tomorrow night. And then finally, I normally don't add attachments to my staff report, but I did want to highlight my athletic department, and my recreation superintendent, Todd Brennan's here, and this is just a reflection of his leadership and his staff. But the sheets that I've attached are a comparison of what we do year to year. The first form is a year-to-year comparison of ourselves, all the way back to 2020, and just showing you where our numbers are and how we continue to increase and our programs continue to grow. And then the other 3 sheets are comparisons of our communities, our sister communities that we share games with, and where our numbers are in comparison to other numbers. So when we have some grumbling about parking and space and all of those things, those are problems that we want, because that means we're doing a fantastic job on our side of the ball, so to speak. So I wanted to share those with you just to give you an idea of flag football. We have 32 teams, and Belton has 18. They're the second highest number, so we're almost doubled on just flag football teams. The same with volleyball. We have 21 teams, and Harrisonville has 13. Soccer, we have 36 teams, and Belton has 22 teams. So our numbers are really high, and space is a premium, practices are a premium, and we hope that our families and our participants, we feel like they're enjoying our programs based on the numbers. So I just wanted to give some credit to the athletic department. Nick and Todd do a great job, and obviously our maintenance guys for providing fantastic fields and facilities. So that concludes staff report.
Thank you, Ms. Mustine. Anybody have any questions of Ms. Mustine? I will say my daughter did want me to point out that on the parking situation, just the Turnbows alone will take up 5 parking spots to see one grandchild play. So, I mean, I can see how the spots fill up. Trust
So
me.
I can blame the mayor when people
Well, yeah,
come?
if you
Okay.
want to, I guess so.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. And Mr. Fearborn.
Thank you, Mr. Mustine. I would ask Ms. Harmer to make a report for the Communications Department.
Thank you, Mr. Fearborn, and good evening, Mayor and members of the council. I submitted a written report in the agenda packet, but I wanted to touch on the Flash Vote survey, our new resident survey program that we just put into place. And we just put out our first survey a little while ago. So as of April 14th, there were 344 participants that had joined our panel. The survey went out to those participants on April 14th via their preferred method of delivery. They could choose text, email, or phone call. They had 48 hours to take the survey, and 212 people ended up taking the survey in that time frame. The topic for the first survey was a broad topic on priorities with 5 questions. So a summary of the key findings. Community direction. Residents are cautiously optimistic about the city's trajectory. 44% feel the city is headed in the right direction. 27% say wrong direction. 30% unsure. Community strengths. When asked to identify the city's greatest strengths, residents selected parks and recreation programs and facilities most frequently at 66%, followed closely by physical safety and security at 63%, and overall community appearance at 47%. And then we move to priority areas. When asked which aspects of life matter most, residents prioritized physical safety and security at 84%, followed by condition of streets and sidewalks at 64%, ease of getting around town at 56%, and parks and recreation programs and facilities at 35%. And then this is where the survey shows the results show a comparison of importance versus satisfaction with those two questions. So for instance, physical safety and security were high importance and pretty high satisfaction. Condition of streets and sidewalks was ranked as high importance, but didn't have such a high rating on satisfaction. And as you know, we continue to invest a lot into our street maintenance programs and explore new ways to stretch our available funds, such as the new Hot in Place recycling program that was just talked about at a recent city council meeting, and the crack sealing program this summer. And then parks and recreation programs and facilities ranked lower on importance but high in satisfaction, which suggests that our investment in those things is well regarded by our residents. And then future challenges, looking ahead 10 years, residents identified traffic congestion, 91%, maintenance of roadways, 63%, and housing affordability, 55%, as the top anticipated challenges facing Greatmore. And then every survey ends with an open-ended question. This one asked for comments or suggestions about community priorities or needs in Raymore. So you can view the full results of this survey at www.raymore.com/survey, and residents can sign up at that link as well to be part of the panel to take future surveys. So that concludes my report.
Thanks,
Happy to answer
Melissa.
any questions.
Anybody have any questions of Melissa? Okay, thank you. Mr. Fearborn.
Thank you, Ms. Harmer. I would ask the city clerk to make a report.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, Mayor and Council. The city regularly adopts an ordinance establishing procedures to disclose potential conflicts of interest. This ordinance calls for the Chief Administrative Officer, which is Jim Fearborn, and the Chief Purchasing Officer, which is Kim Quaddy, to file financial disclosure statements annually before May 1st. Both statements have successfully been filed with the Missouri Ethics Commission and are on file and available for inspection in the city clerk's office. That concludes my staff report. I can answer any questions.
Thanks, Ms. Hill. Anybody have any questions of Ms. Hill? Okay, thank you. Mr. Fearborn.
Thank you, Ms. Hill. I would ask Mr. Murdoch to make a report on the Justice Center.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the council. Going forward at each legislative meeting or routinely, we are going to provide you updates with how the concept design is going with PGAV Architects. We hope that will give an opportunity to share any feedback that we get, because we will obviously be having routine meetings with that particular firm. We're going to do this a couple of different ways. Not only will you get updates through these particular meetings, we do now have a live link on the website as well under the residents tab. You'll see a thing that says Justice Center there that residents are free to click on, and we will update through a timeline format of every meeting that we have with the firm, including the topics that are discussed, and then kind of what the next steps are going to be in that particular process to make sure that residents are also informed about this. We will also do a little bit of periodic social media engagements as well to make sure that we are keeping everybody as up to date as possible. The highlights so far: on April 13th, the City Council did approve the concept design contract, and then over the 2 weeks leading up to today, we provided PGAV with a ton of information about this particular facility, primarily obviously about downstairs and the facilities that the police department uses. And then they also had access to previous staffing studies and the space design, the space analysis that we did a couple of years ago. Last Friday, Chief Wilson and I participated in the kickoff meeting with PGAV Architects and their team via a Google Meets call, where we outlined the steps and calendar that we are going to be going through with them over the next couple of months to produce those renderings that everyone will get to see. The cool part about this is tomorrow and Wednesday, PGAV's entire team is going to be here in our building, and we are going to be meeting with them in essentially a workshop format where they are going to tour our facilities downstairs. They'll tour the site out off of 58 Highway. We're going to go through the staffing needs, including looking at growth in the city, growth in the police department, and starting to make some of those particular decisions so that they can begin that process of evaluating how they would put together that particular facility over on 58 Highway. When those meetings are done, including meeting with multiple parts of the police department, including communications, we'll meet with emergency management, we'll meet with court. Once all of that is done, we will post the update to the website for everybody to see what was accomplished during those 2 days. And then as the first little sketches and drawings and stuff like that start to come out, we will post those immediately. Even if we haven't had a chance to update the council yet on that particular thing, we'll continue to post as we have meetings with PGAV. We do anticipate after the workshop that we'll have weekly calls with them and then bi-weekly meetings as well as we go through this particular process. So we're excited to get it started here over the next couple of days. That concludes staff report, and I'm happy to answer any questions about that.
Thank you, Mr. Murdock. Anybody have any questions? Okay, hearing none. Mr. Furborn.
Thank you, Mr. Murdock. Next week's work session, staff has had a request to review one element of the sign code, so that will be on the agenda. And then the mayor is going to be making some statements because we are actually getting pretty close to the process for establishing the Charter Review Commission, which will be meeting in 2006, 2007 to make our 10-year deadline. So the mayor is going to have some comments as we begin that process. And then following the meeting, we will be having our annual Raymore Foundation meeting, and the board for the foundation, for the new members, is the group who is actually sitting up here. So at the beginning of the foundation meeting, we will actually be choosing officers for the next year. That concludes staff reports tonight, sir.
Okay, thank you. Does anybody have any questions of Mr. Furborn at this time? Okay. Seeing none, we'll move on to the next phase of our agenda, which is the consent agenda. Under the consent agenda, that we have 3 items there this evening, 2 of which are meeting minutes for the April 13th special meeting and regular meeting, as well as our Blue Shield Community designation resolution. So I would entertain a motion to dispose of the consent agenda or portions thereof.
Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Holman.
Sir, I move that we approve the consent agenda as presented to include item A, the City Council regular meeting minutes from the meeting of April 13th, 2026. The item B, the City Council special meeting minutes from the meeting on April 13th, 2026. And item C, establishment of Raymore as a Blue Shield community under the Safer Missouri Initiative launched by Governor Kehoe. It's referenced under Resolution 2623.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Barber. Motion's been made and seconded to approve the consent agenda as provided. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion? Motion carries unanimously, 8-0. Thank you. We'll now move on to unfinished business. Could I please have the second reading of Bill 4030 by title only?
The second reading of Bill 4030 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri, authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with J.M. Fahey Construction Company for the Dean Avenue, Missouri 58 access modifications, city project number 26-437-201 in the amount of $1,018,440, and authorizing the city manager to approve change orders within established budget constraints.
If there are no further questions, I'd entertain a motion to dispose of this item.
Your Honor.
Mr. Holman.
Sir, I move that we approve Bill 4030, which is award of contract to J.M. Fahey Construction Company for the work to be done at Dean Avenue and Missouri 58 access modifications.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Barber. Motion's been made and seconded to approve the second reading of Bill 4030. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion? Motion carries unanimously, 8-0. Thank you. Could I please have the second reading, Bill 4031 by title only?
The second reading of Bill 4031 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri, authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with Pavement Management LLC for the Crack Seal Project, City Project Number 26-483-202R in the amount of $114,800, and authorizing the city manager to approve change orders within established budget constraints.
Thank you, ma'am. If there's no further questions, I'd entertain a motion to dispose of this item.
Your Honor.
Mr. Ullman.
Sir, I move that we approve Bill 4031, award of contract to Pavement Management LLC for the Crack Seal Project.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Barber. Motion's been made and seconded to approve the second reading of Bill 4031. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion? Motion carries unanimously, 8-0. Thank you. Could I please have the second reading of Bill 4032 by title only?
The second reading of Bill 4032 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri, approving the East Brook at Creekmore Fifth Final Plat, a subdivision of land located in the southeast quarter and southwest quarter of Section 4, Township 46 North, Range 32 West, in Raymore, Cass County, Missouri.
Thank you, ma'am. If there are no further questions on this item, I'd entertain a motion to dispose of it.
Your Honor.
Mr. Holman.
Sir, I move that we approve Bill 4032, East Brook at Creekmore Fifth Final Plat.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Barber. Motion's been made and seconded to approve the second reading of Bill 4032. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion? Motion carries unanimously, 8-0. Thank you. We'll now move on to new business. As you know, this is the time of year where we select a mayor pro tem. I'll like to read this statement to you. In section 3.4 of the city charter, the mayor pro tem provides the council shall elect annually from among its members a mayor pro tem. The mayor pro tem shall assume the powers and duties of the mayor during the absence or disability of the mayor, or if a vacancy occurs. While assuming the powers and duties of the mayor during the physical absence in person or disability of the mayor until and if the seat is declared vacant, the mayor pro tem shall retain his or her vote as a council member, but shall not possess the additional mayoral voting power provided by section 4.4 subsection A, and shall not possess the mayoral veto power provided by section 4.4 subsection 2. While assuming the powers and duties of the mayor following a vacancy, the mayor pro tem shall possess the mayoral veto power provided by section 4.4 subsection C and the mayoral voting power provided by section 4.4 subsection A, but shall not retain his or her vote as a council member. And with that in mind, I would open it up for discussion and or nominations for the position.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Rowe.
I'd like to nominate Councilman Don Baker from Ward 1.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Don Baker has been nominated. Are there any other nominations? Mr. Burke.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to nominate Thomas Circo for Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, sir. Councilmember Tom Circo has also been nominated for Mayor Pro Tem. Are there any other nominations?
Do each nominees accept those nominations?
Yeah, I'll, do you accept that nomination, gentlemen?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you. All right, with that in mind, the first nomination, are there any other nominations? I'll ask one more time. There are no further nominations. We'll vote one each. So the first one was Councilman Baker. All those in favor of Councilman Baker? I have 3 votes. All those in favor of Tom Circo? I have 5 votes. 5 votes prevail for Councilman Tom Circo, Ward 2, to be the next Mayor Pro Tem for the following year. Congratulations, Mr. Circo. And now we'll move on to governing body members on Planning and Zoning Commission. For the 10 years that I've served here, I've provided the representation from the council on the planning and zoning. I would agree to do that again, but as you know, there's an opportunity for a council member to also serve on that, which has to be nominated and voted on for purposes of service on the planning and zoning. As I said, I plan to continue to serve on the Planning and Zoning Commission? Are there any nominations, or is there any discussion about anyone else from the body to serve on the Planning and Zoning Commission? Mr. Burke?
I would like to nominate that you stay our representative. It's worked out very well for the last decade, and it's good how you're able to come back and give us updates.
Okay, thank you, sir. Any further discussion? Okay, well, that matter is resolved. I'll continue to serve to represent the council and the government as on the Planning and Zoning Commission. That is the official business for this evening. We now move on to public comments. If anyone from the public would care to address the council at this time, please step forward, state your name and address for the record, and try to keep your comments to 5 minutes or less. Seeing no one come forward, I'll go ahead and close the public comment section and open the mayor-council communication. And Mr. Ingert, I'll start with you this evening, sir.
Thank you very much. I have nothing today. I'm about to lose my voice.
Okay,
So,
all right, thank you, sir. Mr. Holman?
I'll yield my time, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Burke?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to say it's good that we're all here. We haven't floated away, we haven't blown away, and most of the things in our yard are still there. And no one that I know of was injured, so that's the most important part.
Yep. Thank you, sir. Mr. McDonald?
Just one thing for me tonight, just a special happy birthday to my wife, whose birthday is today, and has allowed me to leave her for the evening to serve the community. So I appreciate her and her support, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday to her as well. Thank you, sir. Mr. Baker?
Thank you. Excellent job, Mr. Mustine, with all the goings-on, the park department and all that, Parks and Rec. Obviously acknowledging the parking problem, that is a good thing, and something that means that we do have a lot of interest in that. I will say the honor brick, the online form is good until April 30th, so we have a few days I take to add if we have anyone out there who's a veteran. So please take part in that, and I think that block party will be awesome on June 25th, so we can unveil all that and see the veterans we have in our community. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Serco?
There we go. Turned on now. I'd like to say again to Ms. Mustine, yeah, the Veterans Bricks it's fantastic. And we got a few more days. I'm going to try to get a few more bricks in of some family members who served well. Thank you for that. For all you doing the parks, the trees, you guys are doing a great job. Keep that going. I appreciate that. Emergency response, we did fantastic. I mean, we had a couple of different events over the last, 8-10 days. Emergency response going off. The PD was out there. Everybody was working for the city to keep us as safe as they could, getting information out. So, and our text coming across our phones. It was fantastic. Thank you for all that. Otherwise, again, thank you for electing me a Mayor Pro Tem for this next year. I appreciate that from all who voted. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Barber?
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd just like to make a couple of comments. Number one, I've been born and raised here my whole life, and this historic weather event we just had is the first time that I can remember ever a tornado touching down in this area. The closest it's ever gotten, I think one got on Richards Gabar and went down the flight line, but that's Kansas City, Missouri. But Belton and Raymore, we've been pretty blessed about not having that kind of weather. Unfortunately, it was just a small one. If you're going to pick one, I guess that's the one to have. And damage was minimal, and so I'm just happy that we all made it through that, and we hope it's behind us. I'd like to also make a comment about the Parks Department, Mr. Mustine. One of the things, too, to remember, we all need to remember, is all those teams have volunteer coaches, and most of those teams have more than one coach. And I think that speaks highly, too, of your program, that people are willing to take their time and volunteer and become a part of your Parks and Recs program. So I think that speaks highly of your staff and our amenities and everything else. And we can work on the parking. We can get that fixed at some point. So thank you. Oh, congratulations, Tom. Thank you.
And Mr. Rowe?
Congratulations, Tom. I'm going to echo your comments on Parks and Rec. My family, all of my kids went up through those programs. Awesome. Some of them are college athletes today, and I owe a good part of that to where they started here in Raymore. The other part I wanted to call out is our emergency and first responders, emergency management group that sent out all the alerts. And I know we all got to the point, well, even this morning, where we were like, is it over yet? So again, you guys did a great job, and I appreciate it. I was also happy to see a lot of pictures of some of our first responders helping out over in Belton too. I thought that was pretty great. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. And I can only echo what was said up here tonight and offer my congratulations to Mr. Circo on his selection as the Mayor Pro Tem. Tom, congrats on that. And I will hold my comments to that and ask for a motion to go into executive session.
Your Honor,
Mr. Holman.
I motion that the Raymore City Council move into executive session to discuss litigation matters as authorized by the revised statute, State of Missouri 610.021 subsection 1.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Barber. Motion's been made and seconded to move into executive session. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Oh, sorry, got to do a roll call on executive session. I apologize. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Baker?
Yes.
Councilmember Barber?
Yes.
Councilmember Burke?
Yes.
Councilmember Circo?
Yes.
Councilmember Ingert?
Yes.
Councilmember Holman?
Yes.
Councilmember McDonald?
Yes.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously, and upon the completion of the executive session, we will come back to regular session for adjournment. Thank you.